Welcome to Rob Schmitt tonight. In 2016, when Fox News Channel bent to the Me Too movement and fired its brilliant creator, Roger Ailes, it was clear that there was nobody running the ship. Many wondered how Fox would handle internal crises going forward. We're seeing that now. A network that is flailing. Its owner, Rupert Murdoch, moments away from being replaced by his much more liberal sons. And at the executive level, all the wrong decisions are being made. Presidential primary season is heating up. A handful of Republicans have now announced. And former President Trump spoke today in New Hampshire, a very important state. We carried that speech live. Over at Fox, there wasn't even a mention of it. Instead of airing at least, maybe just a few minutes from the Republican at the head of the pack, Fox viewers were given a redundant story instead that broke this past weekend.
Bad credit? Don't sweat it. Your mortgage fees could be going down, but at whose expense?
Last fall, the Murdoch empire chose a horse in the 2024 race. DeSantis or bust, it seemed. Trump disappeared from your TV screens. The Murdoch papers immediately began attacking Trump and giving favorable coverage to the Florida governor. Trump portrayed as Humpty Dumpty, but DeSantis was the future. A choice that was clearly made far too soon. There's still no telling who wins the 2024 primaries for the Republicans. DeSantis could very well come roaring back, would be a great president. But this moment certainly proves that the Murdoch empire is not bigger than the will of the people. The Australian media mogul is not the kingmaker in this very complex American moment. Months later, Fox threw away nearly $1 billion on a settlement with a voting machine company that's only worth about $70 million, opening the door to many more lawsuits to come. And then a week after that, they fired their biggest and brightest star. Easily the biggest draw to the network, Tucker Carlson typically took in between 3 and 3.5 million viewers a night. And last night at 8 p.m., Fox had 1.3 million people watching. That, in this business, is a spectacular collapse. All right, Congressman Thomas Massey joins us now. Sir, it's good to have you on the show. You were invited on Tucker Carlson's show a few times. I just wanted to get your thoughts on the move by Fox, some of the moves they've made lately.
Well, it seems like a pretty stupid move to me. Tucker had a message that people were hungry for. He didn't seem to be that influenced by his producers or by the advertisers on the show. And he would say things that people were saying to themselves but couldn't see on TV. I think it's a stupid move, and I frankly think your network is going to benefit greatly from it.
Yeah, and we've seen that in the numbers, obviously, but I still it's just sad. I mean, I watch you in Congress. I follow what you do. You're a very independent, analytical person as a Congress member, and that's why you're interesting to talk to. I think that's why you were interesting to go on Tucker's show. He brought on guests like that. It is a shame to see somebody that thought that way, that thought independently, pushed out by the network. I want to talk just for a moment about former President Trump. Had the big speech today in New Hampshire. Obviously, Fox chose their horse in Ron DeSantis, the Florida governor. You've endorsed Ron DeSantis as well. I think it's safe to say that things have changed dramatically since those decisions were made. I just wonder, does that give you any pause as we look at the primary season starting to heat up?
Doesn't give me any pause. The reason I endorsed Ron DeSantis is I served with him here for 6 years. Yeah. We went out to dinner. I know what he thinks. I think it's somewhat of a joke. They're trying to paint him out to be like an establishment type guy. Sure. You're not establishment if you're hanging out with Thomas Massey. you might be on the outside.
Right. No, I understand that. What was it? I mean, how did that decision get made in your mind? I mean, obviously, we don't have an agenda here. Yeah. We just want the best Republican that has the best shot at winning get there. So it doesn't matter to me either way. But you made a choice very early on. How was that decision made?
And by the way, I'd be happy with President Trump or President Ron DeSantis. I wanted Ron DeSantis to get in the race earlier. He's got some business to finish there in Florida, and I couldn't get him in the race, so I decided to get in the race myself on his behalf because that's the only timing that I could control.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Congressman, thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Rob.
All right, maybe you saw it earlier this evening. Trump with a big speech in New Hampshire, a critical early primary state. That primary coming up in a little more than 9 months. The former president covered several topics, spoke for over an hour. Here was what we thought was one of the best moments.
I will be retiring the name Crooked from Hillary Clinton and her moniker. And I'm going to give her a new name. I don't know, like maybe Lovely Hillary or Beautiful Hillary. But I'm going to retire the name Crooked so that we can use the name for Joe Biden, because he'll be known from now on as Crooked Joe Biden.
Rick Grenell joins us now, somebody that gets quite a kick out of these speeches, as I do. Rick, good to see you. So it's Crooked Joe Biden. I think that's perfect. I think what's being exposed about the Biden family the last couple months, the last couple years, it's a perfect name.
Hey, full disclosure, I've endorsed President Trump. I think he's the best. I think that he should come back. I just want to make that clear. And I also just checked my phone, Rob. I didn't get these questions beforehand, so I clearly don't work for the Los Angeles Times, right?
I guess not. Yeah.
Look, I thought that the speech was classic Donald Trump. He is an outsider. He is not a politician. So if you go to these speeches and you want to hear rhetoric that is politician-esque and scrubbed and tested, you're not going to get it. What you're going to get from this guy is an outside business perspective, outside of Washington, D.C., outside of the 40-plus years that Joe Biden has been in politics. And so I think that the choice could not be more clear. It's going to be the total outsider versus the total insider. And let's be clear, everybody on the inside in Washington, D.C. absolutely does not want Donald Trump coming back to Washington.
You're right about that. Let's take a look at just one more moment from today that we enjoyed.
Biden announced his presidential campaign by, get this, a prepackaged video. I was going to do that for you today. I'll do a little video, send it up to New Hampshire. You wouldn't have been very happy about that. But when you're running for president, you think at least one time you'd get up and say, I'm running for president. Where am I going? Where the hell am I going? I want to get out. Oh, no, over there, over there.
Got a point. What are your thoughts on the speech that we heard today? What were your thoughts generally? He talked, I mean, there was a lot of really serious topics. Obviously, the economy was a big one, and saving this country from the road we're going down as far as foreign policy.
Yeah, President Trump has been delivering lots of different videos on policy issues, very substantive policy issues. You can go to his website and look at these if you are concerned about what kind of serious policy he's going to be doing. But when you have these rallies, there's nobody better at being able to message what the other side is like, because we know that the media in Washington, D.C. are not showing you when Joe Biden is fumbling. They're not showing you this outrageous moment where the Los Angeles Times said word for word the question. I know you covered that last night. Yeah. Look, you're not getting that from the mainstream media. You're not getting Joe Biden being Joe Biden. It's all scrubbed. I was watching news today here in Los Angeles, and can you imagine that KCAL did not even mention the Los Angeles Times scandal? Think about that, a TV station here in California. So what I love about Donald Trump is that he gives you what's going on with Joe Biden. If you're watching him, he's going to entertain you. He's going to show you what a bumbling Joe is like, and then he's going to give you the substance. And it's not a politician, but it's exactly what I think the country needs to wake up.
It certainly is. And you're dead on as far as what we've seen and the collusion between the media. I mean, this is a very dangerous thing. We're going to talk about it here coming up. Rick Grenell, always good to see you, sir. Thank you so much.